Hello guys, welcome once more to the channel. I've noticed of late many people when using their drone they take off from these landing pads, and I know it's not recommended taking off from metal surfaces, but today I'll be taking off from the back of this Mahindra Roxor, and then I will try catching the drone mid-air. The reason I'm doing that is because around me there is mostly loose dirt, and I'm worried about the drone ingesting some of the rocks and gravel into the electric motors. So here we're taking off with the DJI Mavic Air 2. As you can see, it's a great performer, holds its position, and you can fly it in very tight spaces. The inertial measuring unit in this drone is very accurate and fast, and makes the drone fly in a very predictable manner. So here we have the drone hovering. My plan is to hover the drone a little bit and then hand catch the drone and bring it in. Go down a little bit low. It's not visible in this shot, but I was able to kick up some gravel and dust, which was my main concern, because those would get ingested into the electric motors and over time might cause premature wear and tear. So here I've caught the drone in mid-air and I'm trying to bring it in. Before I did that, I turned the controller to sport mode. In sport mode, the forward backward sensors are disabled. But what I noticed was when I tried to approach the drone with my hand from underneath, it almost felt like it was trying to go a little bit higher away from me. And here is my venerable backup drone, the DJI Spark. Very notorious for flyaways. That's why I don't fly that much anymore. It's a little bit older than the DJI Mavic Air 2, so you can't really compare the performance between these two drones. So as usual, to spin up the props, you put the controller joysticks both inwards and downwards. And as I said, immediately it starts drifting. That was scary. Could end up easily in a crash. It took a little while there, as you guys could see. The controller doesn't pair up with the drone very fast. It takes a little longer than the Mavic Air 2. The Mavic Air has the start button and status button on top on the battery, whereas for the Spark, the indicator is in the back, which is kind of an awkward position now that I know of something better. So I just perform a few flight maneuvers here, forward, backwards, and then I'll try to get down low and see if it kicks up some gravel. In 2020, this is still quite a legit drone. You can use it for some really nice footage, but it needs a little bit more babysitting than the Mavic Air 2, and it's very prone to flyaways, so be very aware of wherever you're flying the DJI Spark. And like I said, I brought it down low and I could see it also kicked up some dirt. And what I want you guys to notice is when I try to catch this in the air and bring it in, it was so stubborn. It fought and it was quite a fight. With the Mavic Air 2, it kind of sensed it. I had caught it and it shut down the motors when I turned off the controller and I had it in my hand. The Spark doesn't seem to have that kind of inbuilt sensor. So I try to turn it off using the battery. And at this point, with the electric motors spooling up, I am more worried about letting go and having a fly away. So here the drone is actually spooling up and fighting me. Still no good. I'm trying to turn off the battery. It has been, I brought the drone close to the ground so that from its starting altitude, it should sense that it's close to where it's supposed to be, and probably slow down the motors and maybe turn them off, but it just keeps going. It has been reported that the battery from the DJI Spark could fall off in flight. So now I rarely take off my battery. I just charge the drone with everything connected. And since I got the Mavic Air 2, that has been my workhorse. The Spark hasn't seen as much action recently. So this is one of the few flights it has done so far this year. Also, the connection between the Spark and the controller is not very good, so I try not to take it very far out when I'm flying the Spark. So I took out the battery, put it back in, and what do you know? The Spark turns on immediately. So for reliability and longevity, it might actually be a good idea to invest in a landing pad. As you can see from this slight medium length shots, the top of the motor is exposed for cooling purposes. You can see the coils inside. And if you fly around gravel or very dusty environments, you might contaminate those motors with your dust, with some dust or dirt, which will impact on the longevity of the motor. So instead of catching your drone mid-air, I would highly suggest you invest in one of those landing pads, and that way you can bring your drone in safely and land them the way they're supposed to be. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys on the next video.